I gotta turn the music off. There we go. I got it. There's a lot of tabs I have to open and like unmute myself and change the scene and also do this other thing. You know what I mean? Like there's just...
It's a very complicated business, people at home. Don't judge her.
Everyone's judging her.
Yeah,
Don't try this at home. You might hurt yourself.
Yeah, streaming is a harsh business. Let me see. Cool. All right. So post
Apocalypse.
job things. I mean, technically it's a post-apocalypse. The sun exploded.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah, it's not all sunshine and roses.
There's no sunshine. No rainbows either.
Yeah, it is no longer physically possible for there to be rainbows.
Unless, no, I was gonna say unless we had a moon, but nope, the sun would take care of that as well.
Why aren't there any songs about rainbows?
Well, we're just gonna take this -1, -2 now.
With the blue coats.
Yay! I love being at war with factions that are 3 times bigger than us.
It's fine.
Yeah, maybe
Just
we
blue
should
coats.
stop taking off the blue coats or something. I don't know.
We work in the space of illegal shit happening. Of course we're gonna tick off the blue coats. It's like 90% of what we do.
Yeah, that's your one job. Well, I think you'll be delighted to know that the Collectivist Revolution is a tier 2 strong organization, though,
That's good.
and y'all are at a +1 with them.
Nice.
I'm all right with that.
Could be better, but it could be worse.
Yeah, it could definitely be worse.
We should also lean into making friends.
Friends, you don't need that. All right, let's look at the end of score sheet here. So you earn rep.
Yay.
So it's 4 rep for this job. Is this a job against the blue coats?
Sure. 2. That causes us to go up because we have
So you have 1 turf
a 1 wanted level.
and 1 wanted level, which also counts as turf. So yeah, you get 1 rep spillover into tier 2 weak.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
That
sorry. No, you need to
doesn't-
spend money to go up a tier.
We do.
Do you want to spend the money?
How much money does it cost?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
Let's find out.
That's a good
Wasn't
question.
it 4 times?
The new tier level?
Yeah.
Or is it 4
8 per
per?
tier level or something, unless you have a patron. I don't remember.
All right. Well, we'll proceed onward, and I will look that up while we do.
Okay.
Okay, but y'all are rich also.
New tier times 8, so it's gonna.
Oh, geez.
It will cost us 16.
Can we do that between?
Oh, also our rep tracker needs to be 12.
Oh, it now takes 12 instead of.
Right, instead of the 9.
So you're not actually up a
Yeah.
tier.
Yeah.
So
Not
we
yet.
don't have to worry about it quite yet.
Okay.
Let me figure out how to mark that. Notes down here. How much rep does that give us in total?
So y'all have 9
Out of 12. Okay.
out of 12.
I put it in the notes. It's not pretty, but it'll work.
Okay. For heat for this job,
A lot.
it was loud and chaotic.
Yep.
Killing was involved.
Yes.
It's 6 heat.
Cool.
We're now at 7 of 9 heat.
Yeah. Would someone like to roll entanglements, please?
Sean, you are.
I'm the new guy, I guess.
Yeah.
You're the entangler.
In your vicey grips.
Entangle us.
Entangled.
We roll. What's our wanted level? It's 1 still?
Wasn't it reduced to 0?
No.
No, it was reduced to 1. So you're at wanted level 1 with 7 heat.
Okay.
Cool.
Roll 2 dice.
And you get to roll twice.
Tangela.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't think of the Pokemon's name. I knew someone would get it.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
That's my entire evening right there.
There we go. Number of dice, 1.
Oh, wonderful.
A 6.
A 6 or a 5.
Yeah.
Let's
What
see.
does the 6+ table give us on a 5 or a 6? I can look at the sheet, I guess, too. Here.
So it's either demonic notice or show of force or arrest.
It's the same one we always get.
So arrest is that you have to pay off the blue coats with coin equal to your wanted level +3, or hand someone over for arrest.
So 4
which
for
will
us
clear
right
your
now
heat.
to pay them off.
Yeah, 4 coin.
Yeah.
The demonic notice or show of force is going to get you. Show of force would be give them 1 claim or go to war.
Yeah, we just got a claim. So
And the demonic one is about losing rep or deal with the demon that approaches the crew in some other way. We'll offer you a dark thing.
what did we take for our crew advance?
We took
Iron Hook.
Iron Hook contacts.
Oh. Okay.
Sean seems suddenly disappointed.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we had war dogs. I was like, we should have just taken war dogs and
Go to war with someone. It's never bad to go to war with someone.
Not when you have war dogs. I'm interested in demonic notice just because that's the least terrible thing for us right now, which is a weird thing to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can only pick the roll.
Oh.
So you pick either the 5 or the 6.
Fuck it, let's do it and pay the blue coats 4 coin.
Okay.
So you're picking the 6?
Okay. So I have 2 coin right now, so I can.
So the obvious one here is that they come for song wherever you are staying at, right? Because like so many people made you at the scene, right? It was just like, oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
That's
that guy.
Scovelander.
I got to look at him for like 30 seconds. I know exactly what he looks like.
Yeah.
Also, I hate him. So yeah, like that same sergeant who was in the big like fight there, like shows up at your door with like you recognize all of these blue coats.
Yeah.
And he's
Guys,
just
can
like-
I borrow 3 coin from the crew?
Yeah, he raps on your door and
Absolutely.
you hear him be like, "We're here to question you about the death of Sergeant what was it?
Irene Stadler?
Irene Statler. Yeah.
Yeah, Statler. Sergeant Statler."
No, absolutely take coin.
Take the coin.
That's what it's there for.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 of my coin and the other 3, and
Yeah, so what does that look like? Do you just
Like-
like come out the door with a big briefcase full of money and are
I
like,
think I expected them because I'm not stupid, So
really you're not? Okay.
yeah. Well, oh, look at you. So I think he shows up. This is one of the guys who I let live, right?
Yeah, this is that sergeant.
I'm like, look, Sergeant, we're all doing our jobs. Sometimes those come into conflict. You and your friends made it out of there alive. Well, you made it out of there alive. And now you can make it out of here a much wealthier man. And like I'll nod to the money I have waiting for such an incident.
And yeah, 4 coin is like the proverbial briefcase full of money times 4. It's like a shitload of money.
Yeah.
And so he looks over, and then he like nods to one of his men, and he's like, "Those 4 briefcases full of money, they're the ones that did it." And he's like, and the other, the blue coat is like, "Righto, sir," and she comes in and like picks up 2 of them, and yeah, and he just the sergeant just leaves.
Sweet. All right, blue coat's dealt with. Dust your hands off and walk away.
You watch a whole crapload of money walk away.
Sad day.
I hang my head when they leave, but
could have all been yours.
It could have.
Okay, well now we're in downtime.
Downtime.
Long-term project: steal money from the blue coats. No.
Yeah, steal back all the money again. Well, that money is gone. Like
no, yeah, that's.
Doesn't last long in your possession. It certainly doesn't last long in theirs.
Yeah. Was there any payoff for the mission?
You got turf.
Yeah.
Turf. Okay.
So you got your slice of the pie, which I will remind you all is this little section on the map. So this is firmly yours at this point.
Cool.
Okay. I would just like to do 2 simple actions. I would like to go catch a play and de-stress.
Yep.
I roll 2 dice and take the lowest.
My question to you is, do you have any friends? Or do you bring anyone with you?
To go see a lovely play.
Rubik's would go see a lovely play.
Yeah, can I take Rubik's?
Let's see. What's playing right now? Let's see if Rubik's would actually be interested.
You know what? Even better, Ivan would go.
Yeah.
Because Ivan's a poor student who doesn't get to do these things often.
Also, he seems like the kind of person who like enjoys high-class things.
Yeah, with the T. Yeah.
I feel like the theater is like another one of those.
Yeah, and so the like, it's kind of like partly opera, partly like regular play or theater.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Shakespeare opera combo, and it's called The Wooing of Solaria, and it is about the forbidden romance between the night sky and the sun, which I think is just such an awesome premise for a play. So thank you.
I'm glad.
I think this is a wonderful symmetry of the empire and its wanting to love all those around it. I mean, a little bit too forcefully, but you see what I'm doing here, right?
Yeah, and Ivan is.
Song just kind of like nods absently, not at all paying attention.
Ivan's like an amateur critic. Yeah.
Oh, he's not even a critic. He's just like, I'm trying to sound smart about something that isn't science. It worked.
That would totally be the like state sanctioned take on what this play is about and why they let it run, but it's actually this like totally like pre-cataclysm. It's some weird like relic of the ancient past and means, very different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool. It's rooted in some like occult weirdness.
What was it called? The Wooing of
Solaria.
The Wooing of Solaria.
Wooing of Solaria.
I like it. I'm going to roll my 1 die.
Man, you're gonna have to watch a lot of plays to feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
All you can think about is that fucking money being wasted by the blue coat. There's like this scene where the like moon and stars all plot to like steal the gifts that the night sky is gonna give to the sun.
And I'm like, I am the sun.
Like white knuckling, like.
I know. It is such a intensely emotional scene.
I think I just look at Ivan at one point. And I'm just like, Ivan, shut your mouth. Like, I'm not at all.
Ivan, shut the fuck up.
And Ivan has his little like opera glasses because you're in. So here's the thing about how you take in the theater is Una sneaks you into a booth that is like on permanent reserve, but no one ever sits in it.
Oh, sure. That
and
won't
it's,
end up being a weird thing later.
it's believed to be haunted by a lot of the people who work in the theater and stuff, and it was
Sure.
just like superstitious bullshit and like lets you in there.
Yeah.
And so now it's like spreading this rumor that it really is haunted because they keep seeing people in there.
Perfect.
And that's how you enjoy the theater. So you have like really great seats.
Yeah. I love it. That's amazing.
Ivan just like goes to say something, but like catches himself before he says it. It's like,
and then the other thing that I'm going to do is gosh, what am I gonna do? I want to lay low for a while to reduce heat, and I think I'm that way I can roll prowl. Like I think I'm just gonna hole up somewhere and like be careful going around town and just lay low for a few days.
Sure. Yeah. You're gonna spend some time just making yourself scarce, making it hard to pin you down.
Yeah. So prowl. 6.
Okay, so you can take. Where's that move listed? Oh, I know where it is. Let me just find it. Doop.
3 heat.
Yeah, it should just be the standard. Yeah, totally.
Cool. And we're back down to 4. All right, that's my downtime for now. I might take another action later, but
Who's next?
mine would be decently quick as well. Cool. So you already reduced heat, so I guess I don't need to do that.
yeah.
I mean, you still have 4 heat.
Yeah, it's 4 heat. It's not 7 heat.
It's true.
Yeah, so I'm going to do a playbook advancement.
Yeah, so you're gonna train.
Yeah, so I'm going to train, and what this kind of looks like is Rubik's is starting to talk more and more to his Iron Hook contacts.
Yeah, and you're like exchanging letters with Birch, who's on the inside and stuff. And...
Yeah, essentially.
Cool.
And action number 2 is I'm going to go indulge my vice with Salia.
Great.
Because that needs to happen pretty quickly here.
Birch's letters seem very preoccupied with how Vey is doing. It's like, because I have the flaw obsessed now.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, how are wardens? How is Vey?
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, and they've like pretty much dropped off of y'all's radar. Like
Mhm.
Spirit ones aren't really around much ever since they hauled Birch off.
Yeah. Okay. So enjoying some pleasure smoke with or dream smoke with Salia. And I stress out or overindulge.
Yep. So what does that look like? How does Rubik's overindulge?
I think they just get like we went from a really bad batch of whatever this guy was trying to provide me to a batch that was way too good. Like it was way better than we were expecting it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And they both just green out completely.
So are you
And
taking
it
the
has like
lost
a
option?
yeah, so he's going to get lost in his vice.
Okay, yeah. And so you just have this like very like psychedelic
Trip that lasts a week.
yeah. Where so you come in and she's like, I've heard rumors that this one's the good batch, and then she like indicates her kitchen where she's like super stocked up on like dry goods and stuff. She's just like, so I was gonna stay in for a while. And then she gives you this like sly look of like, and that means that you and me are gonna have some fun. It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's like an invitation, and maybe one that Rubik's can't refuse.
Oh, it's definitely one he can't refuse.
Great.
And
So, yeah.
I mean, I had the one last action.
Yeah, so what did you
I
do
was going to
before
go see a doctor to go get rid of my lightly stabbed self.
Yeah, well, you're welcome to do that first.
Yeah. So maybe I'll go talk to Dr. Steven Stevenson.
Right. Doctor, this is my real name.
Yes.
Yeah, and so he's already like a contact that you've developed, right? Or like an
I
asset.
believe so.
Yeah, so you can go to him, and he will make his quality roll. I think he's just quality 1,
Yeah.
unless he was special in any way.
I don't think so.
So go ahead and just roll me a fortune roll with 1 die.
Okay.
And it's just the standard spread for your project, for your healing project.
Okay.
So
And just 1 die?
yeah, and just 1 die.
Okay.
So you get to heal you get 1 segment of your healing clock.
Cool.
You can spend coin to roll again if you want, or
No, I'll pass on spending coin
cool.
this time. And
then
that's
you're
the end of
lost.
downtime. So I also up my stash by a bit.
Right, yeah, you get free stash and downtime.
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's Thorn up to?
Thorn took a new trauma because
Oh yeah.
I had
Yep.
to.
As you do.
So she's unstable and now she's obsessed as well.
What, pray tell, is her obsession?
I mean,
Is it Zatara?
yeah. It's just like, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put your thing that you did in harm's way, and I'm really sorry, and I should probably not have done that. You know what I mean? Like that feeling where you like
Mhm.
maybe made a mistake, even though you didn't really, but now you feel beholden. It's one of those things where she like sort of feels beholden.
She's racked with guilt over having put this thing in, in
Yeah, like
danger.
this important object, whatever it is.
Great. You're great. You're just awesome.
Thank you.
What are you doing? What are you
Well,
doing
I need to get rid of this gunshot wound. So I guess I go see Needle.
You're gonna go see Needle?
My favorite doctor.
Okay, yeah, because like for a while there you were seeing
Melvir.
or what's his name? Melvir.
Yeah, but Needle's the one who told me I was pregnant, right?
Yeah. I mean,
She's the only one who knows. The only person.
right, and you want to keep it super secret?
Oh no, I'm gonna talk to Brix about it during this downtime.
Oh, good. That'll be fun. Jesus. Great. So you go see Needle. You like knock on her door, and like someone you don't recognize like opens the door. It's this like young, like it looks like it could be they could be related to Needle. And they're just this kind of like ambiguously gendered child, like they're maybe 10 years old or younger. And they're like, who are you?
Good question. My name is Thorn.
Mm.
Is
I
your
mean-
yes, thank you. And like holding her side where there's like blood on the clothes she's wearing.
Yeah, and this kid like follows behind you with a rag and is like dabbing up the blood that you're leaving on the floor, very like precisely and very meticulously. And they're like, Needle says no blood on the floor. Go sit down.
Is Needle here somewhere?
Yes. Just
I'll-
wait.
All right, I'll wait.
She's expecting you. And then like kid like walks off to like the kitchen or whatever, and there's like a basin and there you hear like water splashing.
So I
and then
I sit on this like table or whatever, this seat that I've been given.
Yeah, it's like kind of ambiguously table chair thing.
Yeah, like doctor
It's got, like,
table chair
stirrups
thing.
and straps and other
Yeah.
weird stuff on it. Yeah, and Needle comes out holding this like beaker or like, glass like flute of some weird like cloudy yellow liquid, and is just like, I prepared this for you, and like sets it down in front of you.
What is it?
Drink it, it will help.
What does it do?
It will heal you. And she like indicates your gunshot of that.
Are you sure?
If you don't trust me, you should go see someone else.
Usually there's no. I trust you.
And she's like rifling through. She has this like these shells of like herbs and stuff in jars, and she's like picking through them, trying to find something.
Yeah, there's this moment of hesitation where she's like, "If you don't trust me, go to someone else." Thorn's like, "No, that's fine," and then drinks whatever this liquid is.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and roll your healing project clock dealy.
My healing
It's
project.
a fortune roll, 1 die. She's a regular quality.
That should be a 3, just a 3.
Oh yeah, just the 3. Sure. So you get 1 segment.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like maybe this thing is helpful. It like soothes on the way down, but like you're like, but my gun wound is here. Why am I drinking something? Yeah,
So,
it doesn't quite make
I think
sense.
I think I've just got to go again.
Yeah, you do want to just like hang out with Needle for a
Yeah,
while?
just hang out with Needle and let her check me over and stuff.
Cool. Yeah. So this is all like in the same
In the
visit.
same
Feel
in the
free to
same
roll
visit,
again.
yeah. 6.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 3 segments. So that'll get you 1 bump.
Yeah.
And so yeah, she comes back with this like mortar and pestle, and she's like grinding some like fresh herbs into a paste. She like spits in it and keeps grinding and like mashing these things together. And she's like, this will sting quite a bit. And then like scoops it out of this little mortar and like just with 2 fingers just like jabs it into your wound. And it like burns. It feels like someone put like spicy hot peppers in your cuts.
Ah!
And she like holds her fingers in there for a while and like massages this stuff into your like wound.
Ow, 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 ow.
And you can hear her like talking. She's like, oh, you've ruptured your whatever. Like she's like commenting on like things she's feeling in there. And then she like pulls her fingers out, and they're like covered in blood. And she like immediately has like a cloth at her hand to like wipe it up. She's like, 3 days, pain will go away, and you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling? Any discomfort?
No, I'm fine. I feel fine.
And she's like, I've made you something else as well. And she like has this like tea, this little like pouch of tea that she brings over to you. She's like, keep this, steep it for 2 hours every morning, drink it. And she like presses it into your hand.
Okay. All right. Just tuck it away in like a little pouch somewhere, pocket. And I think downtime wise for like actual actions, that's all I've got. It's just the healing clocks and visiting Needle. But I do want to talk to Brix. Like I want to have a conversation with my compatriot.
Yeah, so you find Brix. He's like hanging out down in the flooded basement.
Brix, we need to talk about something.
And yeah, he like blinks a few times and like looks over at you. Ah, Thorn.
I walk down like the steps into the basement proper, like get my feet in the sort of damp floor.
Also notable, you haven't indulged your vice and you have trauma. Oh no, but you gain trauma, so you don't need to.
Yeah, but I gained trauma.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah, sorry, you're good. But I think he'll just be like, "Are we gonna go back to that place?"
Not today.
I tried
There's-
finding it, but couldn't on my own.
Dude, there's something I have to tell you about. Something doctor told me, and the ghost field echoes with it, and I'm not sure what to do.
And yeah, while you've been like muttering, he's been crossing the distance over to you, and he just like gets all up in your space and like has his arms around you. He's like, "What?" What is the doctor telling you?
I'm pregnant? Question mark?
Yeah, and he like smiles. He's like, well, of course you are.
What do you mean? Of course.
You mean she didn't tell you? I've been having dreams every night. Always the same.
What are the dreams?
It's about, and he like presses a hand to your stomach. About this one. What it might be.
So it's from Satara then.
And he gives you this look of like, well, yeah, are you fucking stupid? Like, yes, of course. Of course.
I couldn't tell for sure. I hoped it was. Thorn doesn't seem like sure of herself at all. It's like one of those moments where it's sort of violating, right? Like, just like entirely. There's not really a lot she can do. She wasn't told about it, and it's kind of just a thing that's happening.
Yeah, and Brix is like, I've given myself over to her completely. Everything that comes of me is hers.
I I've spoken to her several times.
And yeah, his like eyes light up, and you can see the like tattoos that like are visible like just at the like his collar and stuff. You can see them kind of like shifting and like as if they were like tightening around him. And he just like leans in close. What's she like? In my dreams, it's hard to remember, honestly. I just know that it's her voice, the blackness of the ocean.
She is beautiful and demanding, and requires much of those who would serve her, of course, as you would expect. I'm. You've given everything, and you've never spoken to her.
I'm nothing special. Just a man, and he like steps back and like puts his arms out. Nothing to lose. Plenty of those in this town.
True. I'm nothing special either. I don't remember if there was something, the reason this all started. It's very cloudy, choking even. But so you knew then?
Only vaguely. It's not really felt like I've been in control of much lately. But I had a dream of it. Maybe it would happen.
We'll see what comes to it. If you have any other dreams, tell me, please, so that I may know the full will of our Lady of the Deep.
Yeah, and he like smirks and he's like, well, I've had this one, and he like swoops back in. He's like, where this particular lady, and then he gets all
Just one of those.
like schmoozy bullshit. Yeah. He just starts hitting on you at that point.
Yeah, and I don't think Thorn is quite in the mood.
No activities of the flesh in the chambers.
So you like turn him down.
Well, it's one of those things where it's like, I needed to know this. Good. I need to talk to other people about this soon, but not yet.
Yeah, he looks super disappointed. Like he was hoping you two would get down in the creepy flooded basement, like cult lair. But whatever.
Wow. the guilt.
You know, he just looks disappointed. I'm paraphrasing too much.
That's okay. Everybody's disappointed sometimes.
Disappointment is what Duskfall is all about.
It is.
So that's my downtime. I think that's all I have to do.
Cool.
I would like to take one additional downtime action.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. I think at some point, like Thorn and I are in the lair together, and I'm eating like a fruit of some variety, and I just kind of look at
fruit?
her. Or some, I don't know,
fruit?
something like something burned.
You're eating like a pickled mushroom or something.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
no apples to make you look like more of an asshole in this.
yeah. Pickled mushroom, the asshole fruit of choice. Yeah, so I just I look at Thorn and I'm like, why are you here? Like I don't, and it's not like it's not spiteful or anything. It's just like a matter of fact. Why are you here?
Why am I here? Here now? Here before? Here then? Or right now? I don't. What do you mean? Here because I need to. There's a roof and sleeping outside is hard? Or.
Here. You don't look like you're in it for the money.
Nope. Money helps to put food places, but other than that, no, you're right. I'm not here for the money. Salia said that Rubik's needed someone of my talents, so I came to help. I've been helping for a while.
Yes, the Akarosi are in it for the money. I am. But you're not from the city either.
Mm-mm.
Are you?
Nope. Nope. Long time ago, back in Tykeros. Long time ago. Came to Duskfall to study. At the university. Long time ago. I think. Feels like ages.
I break off piece of the mushroom and I toss it at you. Like at like one of those hay catch sort of things.
Yeah. She's busy sort of rambling about the stuff you're asking, and so you throw it and it like lands at her feet. Basically, like she doesn't even try and catch it, but she realizes that you've thrown it and then like leans down and picks it up and eats it.
Yeah. There's something I want to show you.
All right.
So I think what I'm gonna do is I think it's like nighttime. Like obviously it's always dark, but I think it's
Like actually
like
nighttime.
late at night. And I'm going to like take you through the town to the theater after hours. And I'm going to spend a coin to bribe Una to let me in.
Yeah, you've like arranged this in advance, and so she's waiting outside, and it's like raining.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
She's got this like threadbare umbrella that she's standing under, and she's like this huge lady.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Nice.
And so she like barely is covered by it. It's like her shoulders are as wide as the whole umbrella. And she's just kind of standing there morosely under a electroplasmic lantern.
Thorn has absolutely no covering for this rain.
So you're
I'll bring an umbrella or something.
She is just like a drowned rat of a beggar of a Tykerosi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Great.
so yeah, I think I'm just like inside after you.
Yeah, and Song like pushes open the door, but Una quietly to Song is like, that's a strange catch, Song.
I just grin at Una. And
Yeah,
And,
I
like-
mean, I head inside as soon as the doors open.
And yeah, Una is shadowing you, but she's like needling you the whole time, just like, you didn't tell me that there would be someone else, and like all this kind of stuff. Like she's clearly a little bit worried.
okay. Una, give me 10 minutes.
Only 10 minutes.
I nod.
And she like pulls out a pocket watch, and like you see her like setting a timer on it. She waits. She's
Okay.
like holding a little like gas lantern or lamp with the like, bell shaped like little covering on it. It's one of those.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like completely quiet in here, and I'm just I look at Thorn and I'm like, have you ever been in one of these?
To a theater?
Yes.
I've been to a theater.
Oh. Like this seems like genuinely surprising to a song.
I've been lots of places. Why?
I just thought it might help you to get out a bit. He says, everyone in this city is pretending something. They come here, and everyone here is pretending on purpose in the middle of all of it. I don't know. I find it comforting.
Because you know the lies are here?
Yes, I don't have to look out for them. They're right up there on stage. Um,
True. True.
the
Do you want to hear about my lies?
Yes, sure.
You asked me why I was here. Why in here, not this here, this place, but here, that place over there. Moonstarter. Why I was there. You asked me why. And because I serve a power that is great and vast and strong, and they ask me to do things, and I do those things for them, and then they are happy. And they appreciate my service. So that's why I serve her. She's really like talking around the name.
Yeah, that's why he's not pursuing it, but I used to serve someone. I used to have a purpose, I guess. Now it's just so much ash on the wind, but I'm still here.
Everybody keeps going. You keep going until you're not moving anymore, and once you've stopped moving, it's over. Well, it's not really. Ghosts are a thing that I see a lot of.
Yeah, by the way, Thorn, this place is like super haunted.
It's like, oh, it really is haunted.
Like you're in the theater in the middle of the night, like Thorn, you like see out of the corner of your eye that like all of the seats are full of ghosts. And there's like a ghost play going on and like a ghost audience that's like
Yeah,
bloody.
and she just adds to that last bit, like, we have an audience right now. Everybody can see us. All of them. All the dead people here. They're not gone. They're just not gone yet.
Yeah. Well. And so he looks at Thorn and he's like, well, I suppose we'll be working together quite a bit more.
That is definitely possible.
Yeah. If you ever want to come here when there are people, when there is something happening, I'll be happy to have you along.
I find when I sit for too long, my mind wanders.
Yeah, your dumb theater is stupid. I don't want to go to it with you.
That's fine.
There aren't any cool demons here. I'm out.
Yeah, so I think that's enough for the scene at least. But
Yeah.
I'm going to indulge my vice. I just wanted to do it with a friend, and I thought it was like a good moment to have.
It's good. I like it.
Totally.
Yeah, so let me do my thing.
Let's see if you can get not a 1.
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. But I have to get a 4 or higher.
Ooh.
A 6?
I mean, that's
How
higher.
much stress do you have right
that's
now?
Higher.
7.
I think you,
Oh, perfect.
I keep forgetting there's a stress button. I just click my resolve, so which is my 0 ability. But yeah, no. So I'm at 1 stress now.
Right.
That's it. I spent my coin. I'm good.
Anybody else got anything they want to get done?
Anyone want to spend coin or rep from the crew to get things done? Or their own coin if they have
That's
it?
a good question. Have the cultists been doing any rituals to Satara stuff while I've been away?
Not this time.
Okay.
They're still unreliable.
Then I need to spend some coin to do some of my own, I think.
Oh,
Build on
good.
build on their base, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are lots of books, especially in the university, that might have something to do with horrible, unholy demons. Um, in like a library somewhere.
Yeah, so you spending coin is you bribing your way into the
Yeah,
library of the university.
yeah. So this like ragamuffin can look through the books and tomes there. All of it very familiar to her. She's been here before. She's walked in different, she's walked a different path here, uh, when her life wasn't so complicated.
Yeah, who do you know at the university?
Who do I know at the university?
I
Or would you
mean,
like me to?
Ivan.
I mean, other than
I
Ivan,
mean
of
Ivan.
course.
Um,
I'm a good guy.
I feel like she probably knows like one of the professors there. Like they used to speak a lot. Um, Probably someone who's um well versed in sort of like the spiritual side of learning, like the ghosts and the um I think mostly focusing on the dead. Not so much demons. But yeah, some like old man or lady,
Yeah,
Akalosi.
their name is Edlin Grine,
Edlin Grine.
uh, and she is a philosopher.
Edlin Grine. A philosopher, you said?
Yeah.
So do you think I run into her while I'm doing this stuff at the university, or is it like just that I
She helps
happen?
get you in.
Oh, okay.
I think y'all probably have like a bit of an arrangement where every now and
Okay,
then.
so she lets me into the library.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, she like is friendly with you.
I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, sometimes those teachers who are like, I know that she's smart, she's just needs
She's just
help.
super fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's one of those situations.
it's like that.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, so she's very like affable, very friendly, and she always wears these like really fitted dresses. Like she dresses really, really elegantly. I think she's from some noble house, but is kind of like the weird, like black sheep of the
The
family.
weird
She has
aunt
money,
of the
but
family, yeah.
has pursued this weird lifestyle. Yeah. Um, and so yeah, the two of you make this like weird pair walking through the university after hours. She looks like she's dressed to like go to a fancy ball, and you're like got rags clinging to you, and you're
Yeah.
wet rat vibes.
Yeah. I'm sort of like just yammering while I'm walking with her. It's one of those things where it's like it's like Thorn can't stop vocalizing even when there's nothing really to say. Um, and she's saying things to Edlin like, you know, I really need to find the section of the library that contains all the occult books, everything A to Z as much as possible because I have to go through it all to make sure that everything is exactly as I've been doing it and I haven't made any mistakes because if I make mistakes then really bad things can happen. If really bad things happen, then I have to fix those things and I can make more mistakes and then then it's bad for everybody and not just for me. So I really need to find those books and read them, especially about especially about one particular being. Um, she kind of does that whole thing.
Yeah, and Edlin's like, Thorn, my dear, you know that these things are forbidden. And this is like as she's unlocking the like barred off section of the library, like, you know, this is wrong, right? And it's like opening the door for you.
I know.
It's just over here. And she like indicates and is like leading you in. Like she knows this place like the back of her hand. And she's got this little um electroplasmic, like this like super fancy like reading light
Yeah.
thing with a little like feet that she's like carrying. It's this like really baroque, fancy electric light, and she sets it down. And this like particular like it's a little like antechamber of the library for all these kinds of books, and there aren't that many. And there's like a little like what are they called, lectern for you to set one book on and read at.
Hmm.
And so she like sets the light down. And she's like, "Oh, just sit down. I'll get it." And she's, you know, she's very tall and has these very like elegant long arms, and so she reaches up to the shelf that you wouldn't be able to get to, and like plucks down a couple of volumes for you, and like,
Thorn ignores the lectern completely and just sits on the ground. Um, just
yeah. And so she
just
like
cross-legged on
goes
the
to put them on
floor.
the thing, and then is like, "Oh," and like hands it down to you and sets the light closer.
And Thorn's mumbling stuff as usual. It's odd that they would write anything about these things because as soon as you write their name down, as soon as you write their name down on paper, that name's going to be around forever. And when you say the name, it gives them some kind of call, and then you don't really want to be saying their names or even thinking their names. Really, even thoughts with the names in them is.
And she's like, "Oh, well, it's all just trappings of our kind. I mean, so they have their own names, I'm sure." And she's like, you know, she's like having this whole like philosophical discussion with you while you're researching, and the whole time she's just like, "Oh, isn't this fascinating?" And like
Yeah, it's
finding in with
it's
like what she's reading.
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like it's totally illegal to be learning any of this really, but the knowledge exists, and so Edlin's like, it's here. I might as well let people learn.
Yeah, and like she knows all of it.
Yeah,
So, you know, who knows what she's getting up to.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah, she's just
So I'm gonna call that a study.
totally.
Um, so I get one segment, I think.
These books are not very helpful.
No, and I imagine Thorn's been here before, so a lot of it is like retread.
It's
Or
like
there's
she's
just a
original.
lot to take in. It's like,
Yeah, or it's just written in a really boring way, like that really dry
Thorn
textbooks.
doesn't strike me as someone with much of an attention
No,
span.
she's not very good at like sitting down and reading for a couple of hours. There's always words in her brain.
Um, and yeah, like
you.
midway through your little study session, Edlin leaves and like comes back with some little like snacks or whatever,
Sweet.
um, and like sets them down near you and is munching on this little like biscuit or whatever. And she closes the door behind her.
Hmm.
She's just like, "My dear, you don't seem to be getting what you're looking for."
What I'm looking for is very specific. I don't even know if anybody's ever written it down. Ever. I don't even know if anybody knows.
And she's like sitting on this little like ledge above you, um, and just says, "Well, I mean, if you want to go looking, you just keep me in your mind. You know, I might be able to help."
Of course. Of course, you've always been helpful. I always come here when I need help. I um I just think I'm going to have to improvise a little bit and uh, follow some of the basic guidelines for creating new um, methods. You see it all the time in the more advanced work. People making their own conclusions and drawing their own symbols and uh, um, layouts of arcane instruments and proper timing of the disembowelment of corpses and just like all that shit, just like
Trails off. Yeah, and she's
mumbling
like,
it.
"Oh, well, it's just marvelous, isn't it? I mean, some friends of mine every now and then do get together, and you know." She kind of like looks slyly, you know, side eye, like,
You also have been studying.
"Oh, I didn't say that." And she like stands up and goes to like leave the room. And she's like, "When you're done, like, you know, go out the side door. Don't let anyone see you now."
Hmm. I won't. And she sort of shuffles behind one of the bookcases. So if you're looking into the like restricted
you're like
area.
can be
You
seen.
can't see her. Yeah.
And yeah, she's just like, good luck. Like, and her voice like echoes weirdly in this enormous library chamber.
University library, so hallowed, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
I just imagine it as one of those house makeup parties, but with like disemboweling corpses. My friends and I sometimes get together.
all right. Anybody else got anything? I mean,
I'm good.
I feel like I'm hogging the spotlight a little bit here.
No, you just went last. That's all. Take a break.
Yeah. I mean,
Try to
and
figure out what we're gonna do next when we come back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that. All right. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the last hour-ish of Blades in the Dark, where we figure out what we're gonna do next. Be right back.
Sure, we do.
Ta-